How's it going? I'm Cosmo James, and I hope you had a good weekend. But it's back to the grind, so if it's your first time here, like, subscribe, and comment. It will be much appreciated. And let's get to the news. First up, we got some good news. Some very good news. I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan, and seeing and hearing this does put a smile on my face. Yes, I talked about this a few weeks ago on how Sony was aiming to make another Ghostbusters movie. Don't know when, don't know who's gonna make it, but it is in the works. And it seems like the CEO of Sony Pictures, Tom Rothman, has come out praising Afterlife. After the not so great Ghostbusters 2016, the reboot, the all-female reboot, there's so many problems with that movie, and I don't even have to mention the fact that it's all females. It was destined to fail, that reboot. Definitely. So many things. I could make an entire video about it, and I'm sure someone has already. Like Midnight's Edge. Go check them out. But maybe I should do one. I digress. So, Tom Rothman said he credited Ivan and Jason Reitman, rest in peace, Jason Reitman, for saving the Ghostbusters franchise after the failure of Ghostbusters 2016. He says they resurrected the IP into a triumph success, both technically and in home entertainment. Yeah, it did really well. It's actually been doing very well in DVD sales, and it did make its money back. Just a bit though, it didn't do crazy numbers, but this is I love Ghostbusters, but it has been somewhat of a dormant IP for a while, and after the 2016, how that damaged it quite a bit, yeah, not a lot of people know about it, but it has been gaining traction in the fandom, and people have been talking about it more, and it seems like it's coming back, and I'm excited. I think they could do a lot of things with this series, and I hope they do, because it's Ghostbusters. You could do a lot. You could do Villain of the Week, or go hunting down ghosts in different countries, and so on and so forth. You could do a lot with this franchise if you think about it. You could mix a good horror with comedy, and, do well with it. And I hope they do. We're going to have to wait and see what happens, but this is a good sign. What they need to do is bring back the animated series, because that would help a lot, because more people would talk about it. Well, not people, kids. More kids would learn and watch it, and so on and so forth. So if they really want to, hear me out, Sony. I know you watch my videos. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But bring back the real Ghostbusters. Animated, just bring them back. For continuation. That's all you need to do, because people will watch it, young and old, and do it well. We're gonna have to see what happens next, and I hope it's good. That's all I'm gonna hope. Cross my fingers, because the Ghostbusters are back in business. Next up, get ready, because Hulu's making a Calculated Man series. I've never heard of him. This is actually the first time hearing about this series. I did look it up to give me and you an idea what it's about. So, Calculated Man is a crime series that will center on Jack Beans, an accountant living in hiding. Jack is under witness protection program after giving up his former employee and their crimes. The Pinfor crime family, however, is not forgiven. So, when Jack decides to come out of hiding and he reclaims here's a typo right here. It's supposed to be his, not is, old life. Murder and mayhem ensues. It sounds interesting. That's what I have to say. I'll be honest with you, I thought it was a superhero comic book. Yeah, it has man in the end of it, so, hey, look, it's kind of a stereotype now, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. So when you say Calculated Man, he's a Superman that calculates stuff, and he's, good at math and stuff like that. But no. It makes more sense when you read the premise, but yeah, this series is going to have a uphill battle, because most people are just going to think it's a superhero series. Yet another one. But who knows? It might work out. It's coming to Hulu, so we're going to have to see how it turns out. I hope it's good, but don't hold your breath. Do not hold your breath. I'll keep an eye on this because, as I said, it does look interesting. And hey, if you're a fan or even knew about Calculated Man before me or anyone else, leave a comment because I want to know how well established this series is. Nintendo is adding a new patent to their long list of patents. It is called the attestation program. I had to actually look up that word. It is just a fancy word to say proof. Ugh. I don't get it, but okay. While we often say that Nintendo patents may never get implemented in games, this one in particular seems like something Nintendo would want to include in all of their online-enabled games going forward. Yes, in particular, this patent is for attestation programs that employ code reuse technologies, which would certainly hunt down a heavily amount of players who are running games with nefarious bits of code programs attached to them. If this kind of software is detected, it will be shut down on the spot. Yep, thanks to regular checks while the software is in use. This approach should be able to spot issues as they arise. It sounds interesting when you read it. I don't know if this is for cheats or this is for pirate games or both. They kind of have this already. A program that if you, kind of throw up some red flags, if you're doing any, illegal stuff while online, they'll shut down your account and that's it. They won't instate it or anything like that. So you'll lose everything. This is why you back up everything. But yes, it sounds good. We're going to have to wait and see how this turns out. But I don't know if this is exactly for cheating. It could be used for both. So all around for cheating and pirating. So 2 in 1. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to wait and see how this turns out. Nintendo does a lot of patents. So as I said before, and I'll say this over and over again, don't hold your breath. Just like how every day ends with a Y, it seems like every day we get a new corporation trying to buy out another corporation. And it looks like EA is looking to be bought out this time. So, Electronic Arts has repeatedly spoken with a number of tech giants, such as Disney and Apple, about being acquired. EA is one of the biggest gaming publishers out there thanks to its iron grip on major sports IPs like Madden and UFC, but it also manages other huge AAA franchises like Battlefield, Need for Speed, and Mass Effect. Although gamers have a lot of mixed feelings on this company, yes we do. They're horrible. They're practically a skin suit of what they used to be. Okay. There is no denying its presence in the gaming industry is utterly massive and makes a lucrative business for just about everyone involved, which could result in publishers getting acquired. Yes, again, that's true. I don't think Disney will go for him because Disney is already in the hole, and I don't think they want any more video game crap. They just started doing their own. Well, they acquired Lucasfilm, and Lucasfilm also had a gaming division. So, yeah, technically they do have some gaming stuff. And they do gaming things, but they usually just lend out their IPs because, well, Disney and video games have been a bit rocky. They did have a company or so under them that they would do or make video games, but they decided to disband it, and now they let everyone else make their games. So I don't think they would acquire EA, but Apple and Amazon, because, well, let me keep reading. According to a report from Puck, I think that's how you say his name, via Kotaku, EA wants to sell the company to the likes of Apple, Amazon, or Disney. Amazon. I could see Amazon forking over the money. Say what you want about them. They have a crap ton of money, and I think they're about the only company that I can see that would just easily write off that check and not even feel the dent. Then again, nowadays, everyone's feeling it, and so are they. So we're going to have to wait and see about this. But Apple, they do video games, so I can see them, buying EA. Still, I don't like this corporation buying other corporation. I don't like this monopoly that's happening, but more and more it's looking like it's gonna It's looking like it. I hate this. It's been happening for years, and now it's going faster. We've lost a lot of gaming companies or smaller companies throughout the ages, especially in the late 90s to early 2000s. But now, I guess it feels faster and it's more noticeable just for the fact there's a lot less companies via, video games, TV, well, Hollywood, movie studios, all that stuff. So it's starting to just become 3 or 4 companies. Ugh, I hate this. I really do. Ugh. I can see it happening. EA selling off. But we're going to have to wait and see how it turns out, really. I'm going to keep you posted on this because when this happens, it's going to be big news. Just like how Microsoft ended up buying, is looking to buy, practically official, Blizzard Activision. I hate this. I really do. All right, that's it. That's all the news for the day. Thank you for watching my video. And until tomorrow, because there's always more news. See ya.